not working. We're losing him. We need to pull him out.
Molti uomini si tuffano nel fuoco. Alcuni uomini bruciano. Altri diventano tutt'uno con esso.
Many men plunge themselves into the fire. Some men burn. Others become one with it.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins. Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. Never compromise the Brotherhood. This is the Assassin's Creed.
This is the Creed. These are the Assassins. Or at least, were the Assassins. In 2007, the renowned and seasoned developers at Ubisoft decided to tell a tale of betrayal, political and religious freedom, and an underground war that spread over a millennium. This is the story of one of the most influential and important video games in history. This was Assassin's Creed. Once built off the coattails of the prolific Prince of Persia, the OG hardcore parkourist, this free-roam, free-running style had been used for direct and straightforward jumping puzzles in its infancy. But not too long after the Persian ties were cut, the tales of the running man spread 2 countries east, to Syria, to Masyaf. A bartender by the name of Desmond Miles is kidnapped by Abstergo, a big pharma company that plans to use his genetic code for information on history. In doing this, they require the Animus. The Animus, or Animi, are virtual reality memory retelling devices that, when inserted into the user's body, its subject begins reliving ancestral genetic memory. It's used primarily for training purposes or corporate espionage. This machine and its many makes and models are the sole devices that make this universe possible. The Assassins use the Animus to train future prospects, the likes of Desmond Miles. The Templars used it to find assassin secrets over the course of unknown years taking place between lives. This led to the abduction and recruitment of many assassin lineages for nefarious purposes. Desmond is but a pawn to the likes of Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and worst of all, Abstergo. He's being held against his will in this serene white Mr. Beast challenge box with no real human interaction, and is told to simply play the part.
What do you want from me? For you to do as you're told. The Animus will allow us to locate what we need. Once we have it, you'll be free to go.
Desmond is sent back into the religious crusades of the last millennia in the shoes of one of the most prolific assassins of all time, Altair, Ibn al-Ahad, a once high-ranking assassin who manages to break each and every tenet of the AC3 Creed and the tutorial section.
I did as I was asked.
No, you did as you pleased.
What are you doing?
There are rules. We are nothing if we do not abide by the Assassin's Creed. 3 simple tenets, which you seem to forget. Good. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect. Every man we've lost today was lost because of you. I am sorry, but I cannot abide a traitor.
I am not a traitor.
Your actions indicate otherwise. And so you leave me no choice. Peace be upon you, Altair.
Given death by his countrymen, he is once again given life by being stripped away his tools and sent on a quest of vengeance to eliminate 9 men who are keeping these holy lands from peace. All while Desmond gallivants throughout the Middle Ages, Abstergo scans his brainwaves for pieces of historical brilliance to subjugate and remove from the world's well of wonders. Altair's memory suggested that 3 of the 9 marks shared a connection. They were working together. Callous and stone-hearted men, working together. Feeling without remorse for their actions? These tests. They were running on people. With what?
You believe yourself different then?
Oh, but I am. For I serve a far nobler cause than mere profit. Just like my brothers. But he thinks I act alone. I am but a piece. A man with a part to play.
Then we are finished. Beg forgiveness from your god.
He's long abandoned us. Long abandoned the men and women I took into my arms. Beggars, whores, addicts, lepers. Do they strike you as proper slaves? Do you see the irony in all this? No, not yet it seems. But you will.
What is it that these men want so bad that they destroy the Brotherhood? That they'd have to destroy the Brotherhood. And then the mark. Grandmaster Garnier de Naples tells Altair what's been hiding under his nose this whole time. The Apple of Eden. Something once stolen from the Templars, this being the key to unlock the door to a new world.
Mind, which is the very damage I sought to repair. I admit, without the piece of Eden, which you stole from us, my progress was slowed.
You truly believe you were helping them?
It's not what I believe, it's what I know.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation. He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking. You're like, that's a lot, isn't it? Well, yeah, it is. But bear with me, because this video is barely even about Assassin's Creed 1 at all. You're thinking, man, this is confusing, but it's supposed to be. You see, at its core, I think Assassin's Creed is really a mystery. You're given many pieces of a puzzle both now and then, and it takes seeing it from your eyes here, sitting in front of you on a table, this blonde girl at Abstergo, and seeing it from your eyes then, running across the fields in Jerusalem, to learn that you're being played. And you're being played by the exact same people. Which means... Templars. The Knights Templar are a secret transnational organization that has yearned for power and control that would come with leading the world into its new world.
Make no bones about that. Now let's see what Six has got up his sleeve out here with Nash and Hall.
I've said this word a lot, Templar. I forget it's not very common anymore. But many parties and powers have been won over by Templar infiltrators seeking power. It's the true MacGuffin that they search for. Power. The worst part of it all is that Templars are still out there, just as prideful as they were when they were in power. Your granddad could be a Templar. Mine is. And just in case you weren't paying attention, Assassins. The Hidden Ones are an elite secret peacekeeping initiative created by the Magi of ancient Egypt. Honoring free will and peace above all, often stooping to the lowest of lows to achieve their desires, assassins by trade are particularly skilled, and most of all weapons native to the region. Not to be fucked with. Assassins of note, Ezio Auditore, Connor Kenway, and Cassandra. Many of the Brotherhood's most valuable one-man armies. Do not fuck with. While Desmond isn't in the Animus, he gets greeted semi-regularly with his poor excuses for human interaction. Lucy Stillman and Warren Vidic. Lucy is a nice girl. A bit snappy, but she truly cares for Desmond's well-being.
Try and get some sleep. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
Trying to give him time to rest between sessions, checking out his psyche and vitals, whereas Vidic could watch Desmond fall over and die after telling him all he needed to know, and he just calm. Lucy knows what prolonged Animus exposure can do to the brain, because Desmond is Subject 17. Subject 16, Clay Kazmarek, noted that the memories of his ancestor and his eagle vision started to, bleeding into his own and merging into his hippocampus and driving him to suicide. And Lucy's willing to do anything to stop this, including finally filling Desmond in on the finer things in life, like whitewater rafting and the bustling and valid religious community of Scientology. Oh yeah, and how the war never ended. I know what you're thinking. Man, whitewater rafting and Scientology don't sound too bad now, huh? And you'd be right.
Maybe give me some answers?
I can't. And it's better this way. Safer.
Safer for who?
Both of us.
It's so much to unpack that Lucy does Desmond the kindness of shoving him directly back into the Animus. That's controlled by the bad guys. Meanwhile, back in Syria, we kill the final mark. Robert, and he tells us that more than 9 men saw the Apple of Eden, but 10 did.
You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy, just as he betrayed me. 9 men he sent you to kill, yes? It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. It is your master.
Mualim. Wow. We basically secured the most powerful item in the world for the only person who knows that it exists now. Shit. Better ride back to Masyaf and stop him before it's too late.
You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Meyer.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do.
Vidic tells Desmond that a horde of assassins are here to try to save him and kill everyone else. Desmond wants no part in this, and is freaking the fuck out. Abstergo manages to delete the hood people, and Desmond just has no clue what the fuck is left for him.
What are you talking about? They just killed, literally killed, my only chance of getting out of here. And then I find out the assassins are all but destroyed, and Christ, I still don't know what these people are planning.
And Lucy does this.
What do you want me to do?
Just try and have a little faith.
Oh my god! What is that?
You're...
Huh? What?
You're like me.
Lucy folds her ring finger over her palm, pressed against her chest. This to signify her true loyalty to the assassins, as they had to amputate the ring finger for convenient, unhindered usage of the hidden blade. Because if you don't like pop your hand out just like right, sometimes it'll... Lucy's been protecting Desmond this whole time. She signaled for the others, but they're dead now, and time is running out for both of them. And then he goes back in.
Link start!
Where is everyone?
Gone to see the master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the master shows us.
Now back at Masyaf, the people are under Al-Mualim's will. Stuck in a vampiric trance, the likes of only twihards and bufffuckers who want a piece of the sharp teeth neck meats these have seen. All and around the walls, zombified vessels of Mualim's desire.
I found proof.
Proof of what?
That nothing is true. And everything is permitted.
His confrontation, he revives the 9 men you'd slain to get this far. An all-out battle begins, and Altair is met again with Mualim, using the apple to create clones of himself. An all-out sci-fi sword fight in the middle of a Middle East courtyard. What is this game? Grandmaster uses the Creed's words against us. The apple is proof that nothing is true.
And everything is permitted.
And Altair claims victory, and the apple. But the artifact is not static. Nay, it's a map to the others, to the remaining pieces of Eden. And then he wakes up. Vidic is being relieved of his tasks, as they have been fulfilled by upper management at Abstergo. With the help of Lucy, Desmond is being kept alive for the next planning stage, and everyone leaves.
What the hell is that?
Eagle vision. Numbers. Markings everywhere. It's happening to Desmond too. He's bleeding.